2026. First show back in the new year. How we doing? Good folks? And welcome to CertaPro Painters, Oklahoma City presents Montez at Midday. And I'm your host, Dre Montez. And I hope everyone is doing fine and wonderful on this joyous occasion of 2026. Man, I just I can't process that thought as a kid talking about the future. Again, the 80s and 90s, we're imagining what year it's going to be when we turn a certain age, and then you get there and you're like, wow, I just never fathomed the thought we will be at this point in the age of technology, so to speak. There are a whole lot of things I have questions about. Then in the fact that it's the year 2026. I mean, wow, that's something to think about. It makes you contemplate a whole lot of things, like not getting too deep on it, but the history, the things you've been through, the things you heard about before you were here. I just find that really, really weird in a way. Just a little bit, not too much. Just a little bit, just a little actively, but not too often. But other than that, I'm doing great and fantastic. Health is good. Huh? Health is good. I'm a boy. That's all we want is good health, right? Good health and to be loved. That's it. That's all we talking about right there. Good health and to be loved. I'm adjusting this camera on the StreamYard right now, make it look a little better. And I think I have finally accomplished it. There we go. Okay, that's much better. There we go, folks. All right. Now Dre Montez in the house and in the place. Big man, oh man. So much to reflect on and realize the focus needs to be what it means. All this memories are messing up the mindset. We got to focus on something and then stay on it. Got to focus on something that's done. I think at the beginning of the year, we try to do too much and say too much. You want to save money. You want to lose weight. You want to get a car. You want to get your own place. You want to define your relationship or partnership. So that's too much. That's too much. A lot of the talk shows that I saw over the weekend, well, this week, we're talking about that long list of things. Make it doable. Make it achievable. Make it to the point where you can see certain things right there. Good folk, good people. I really enjoy the celebration of the new year. Not the club life, so to speak, not the party lifestyle, but just how they show it on TV and how you see it on social media. I enjoyed it. Don't get me wrong. When I was younger, I used to like lighting fireworks. But as I've gotten older, I enjoy watching the professional fireworks display. Nothing against the hood fireworks, but I like the professional fireworks. And I think that should start being a thing. They should just have huge fireworks displays. Because I think St. Louis went a little bit too far at midnight. Just a little bit. I'm not a pum person, but I know those noises were not normal pum-pums. That's not normal. I haven't heard sounds like that since I was in the military. Who y'all expecting to come in your house? What are you protecting? That thing sounds like that? I'm like, oh my. Where did the tradition start of shooting in the air with the haps of not knowing where the bullet is going to come down at? Who started that idea? Who is that person? I like the fireworks display. And if you have a small child and you have a high resolution television, trust me on this. The fireworks display that they do in Washington, D.C. during the 4th of July is probably one of the best. But what they pulled off in Vegas at the Ryan Seacrest New Year's Eve bash, I don't know. It was one other country that put on like a 22-minute fireworks display. What the crowd that was at the New Year's Eve party in New York? many people was that estimate? I would love to know the estimation of the people that were there in the street in downtown New York. What time do you got to get there? If you drop anything, it's lost. It was people on top of people, but it looked good on television. It looked calming. And I like the way they rotated the camera work to Vegas as well. In the entertainment, where I know how I feel about people of what age? 70. We're going to move that on back. Nobody over 60. We don't want to see that no more. I'm good. I'm good. And I hate these comments, but they look good, though, don't they? Diana Ross, Cher, Rod Stewart. They're all still performing to a very large crowds. I was impressed with Busta Rhymes. I was impressed by that. T.I., Pitbull. I don't think Pitbull and T-Pain songs and their style of music, the way it came about, will ever leave. Pitbull, to be that little, that man can turn a party out. That man can he's a great performer, great entertainer. I don't know if you had any chances to catch any of the New Year's Eve celebrations, but I enjoyed them. But St. Louis was lit. Yeah, that was a lot of noise. And I heard things ended well, that nothing damaging happened to anyone. So that's a good note. But if you did find yourself in legal trouble over the holidays, call the counselor at 314-675-0377. Again, if you found yourself in legal trouble over the holiday stretch here, and it's still going to Monday, call the counselor at 314-675-0377. The choice of an attorney is an important decision and should not be based on this advertisement alone. Because people get in trouble. Us common folk, and we know them athletes get in trouble. Oh boy, what's going on with the Diggs brothers? What is transpiring with those guys? The allegations of Stefan putting his hands on his personal chef for non-payment, or maybe no season of the food or no sauce. We don't know. These allegations. Travion, he tells the Cowboys on Christmas Day, I want to stay here in D.C., allegedly, to be with my family for the holidays. Dallas said, no, come on back with us. He said, but I'm going to come right back. You getting on this plane. Because he wanted to spend time with his family. Well, allegedly, that wasn't the case. He went to a hip-hop concert at Howard University. Again, these are allegations. We don't know if they're true, but there show pictures out there. Well. College football playoffs did not disappoint, did they, huh? Was that exciting? Did you like that? Did you listen to any of the reporters last week? Any of the sports reporters last week? How many of them were right about the Oregon-Texas Tech game? I mean, more than 90% picked that one right. Texas Tech, just like the Ohio State, have $28 million invested in that roster. But they forgot something at Texas Tech. You need a quarterback. That defense did all it could do to put them in the driver's seat to win the game. All the quarterback had to do was do his job. Do his job. The U. Oh, my God. That crowd, the energy of the people, it was all over the place in that game. I swear I've never seen the way the celebration went for the U. Heck, it's been 25 years. And that was a hell of a team in 2001. one hell of a team in 2001. That was talking about what you think the greatest team was in college football. There's probably 3 or 4, I think, really, really top tier. But that team in 2001 for them Canes, that was speed. That was speed. What they say, the Heisman Trophy winners normally don't perform well in bowl games. They said the Heisman Trophy winners don't perform well in bowl games, especially the quarterback. Mr. Mendoza, how'd you do? Coach Signetti, you held Bama to 3 points. Church going to be packed in Tuscaloosa this Sunday. It's going to be packed. They got to get some things off their chest. Rev, I hope you're ready. They going to get some things off their chest. They're going to get some things off their chest. I'm telling you, I've never seen a college football team fan base take wins and losses so personal as they do in the SEC. When your expectations are high for the fan base and you don't meet them, the reception is not well. And we all know with social media now, people get things off their chest, whether they should do it or not. And these are grown people, over 35, that are doing this. These are not kids. These are grown people. You knew the situation was coming about Nick Saban. If you wanted a particular coach, you know how to do that. But no, y'all want to keep saying roll tide. Roll tide. Well, they definitely got roll. And I think it has a lot to do, hold on, in that Ole Miss Georgia game, officials, you were doing real good to those last 2 games. How does a face mask happen right in front of the side judge or the head linesman? How does a holding happen right in front of those same people and nobody said a thing? Got a whole side of the stadium saw it, whole sideline saw it. The players even said they thought they got called for a penalty. Like, oops, my bad. Nothing. Unreviewable. The last 6 seconds of that game, it looked like you were trying to get your 6-year-old dressed for school the first week of school. They were just running all over the place. But all that talk about what Ole Miss can't do, what they're not going to do, now that Lane Kiffin's going, it's going to be a coaching debacle here. What we're going to do now, boys? Well, Coach said, we already implemented a program. All we got to do is execute the plan. What they do. But now, because the transfer portal opens up today, teams won't get a jump start on that. So allegedly, we're supposed to find out today who's going to coach Ole Miss in the next game, because Lane Kiffin going to take some of them coaches with him. They got to put a cap on this or some regulations on this right here, because I don't like this. You're interfering in the mindset of those kids now. We already got to get over the fact that we got 25 to 28-year-old men playing college basketball. Yes, you heard what I said. And now we got to deal with this, the coaching carousel, when they want to leave for a better job, a better opportunity, or more money. When the season should start, the coaching situation, the bowl season. Here's another interesting fact about all those games. Look how was the last time they played. How many of those kids on those losing teams think they stuck to the program? Kept going to the gym, stayed on their diet, kept watching game film. I only think Indiana was the only team that took advantage of that time off and said, we're going to work. We're going to know that team better than them. We're going to know that team better than they know themselves. And by golly gosh, they sure did, didn't they? They just – the layoff of the end of the season in the bowl season and the college football playoff, that's too long of a break. You got people complaining right now who've been off work since December 23rd that go back to work Monday, say that's too much time on. I'm going to forget all this. I'm going to forget my parking code, which building I'm in. The mindset is all over the place. That's a long time off. to play a competitive game, not just practice, not walkthroughs, not watching game film, but coach, I need to get out there and hit something. Only way they're going to fix this, only way I think college football is going to fix this coaching situation, the NIL, transfer portal, in the bowl situation, we're going to need some more money. If we want all that to happen, we're going to need some more money. I mean, they're going to get it from us. They're going to want us to pay for something in order for us to shut the hell up about telling college football what they should and should not do as fans. That Texas Tech matchup was probably one of the worst I've seen. That ranks up there with the 2006 Sugar Bowl with Hawaii and Georgia. It's up there. Not everybody's ready for that smoke, but the teams are. I don't want to hear all these excuses. Just because a team came in prepared and you didn't because you thought just based off your name you were going to win and the conference you play in, it doesn't work that way. You got to play what? 4 quarters. 4 quarters. We used to say that back in the day on Madden. Let me get 4 quarters, man. So get them the sticks real quick. But the preparation leading up to those college football playoff games, it wasn't there for everyone. Not everybody was all invested in. And when you see guys congratulating each other after a game and they're on opposing teams, why don't you do a background check before you criticize these people? Talking about that's unsportsmanlike. He wouldn't be on my team hugging another teammate. They played high school ball together for 4 years. They were both supposed to have went to the U, but things happened. He was happy. They were happy to see each other. But the internet just wants to tear this kid up. I wouldn't have a kid like that on my team, hugging another guy after the game. It was a battle out there. Seen you do worse, Ted. I didn't see as much mascara running as I did in that Georgia game. Oh, man. They were boo-hooing in the fourth quarter. I did see a lot of this during the Rose Bowl from the dads. And a lot of this, it's the fan reactions that I love. When that cameraman pans that damn stadium. Oh, yeah, by the way, people said that the Rose Bowl was going to be half empty because people from Indiana don't travel. When your team has not been in anything that long, we going in no matter what. You've seen this in sports movies. When a team makes it so far, it hasn't done it. Nope, we got to take grandpa to the game. They haven't been to the World Series in 80 years. We're taking grandpa to the game. Your grandfather can't leave the house. Well, we're going. It's one of those moments when your team has never been in the college football playoff. Whole damn town going. Let's go. The mayor got us. Mark Cuban put a little money on it. Let's go. Get us 5 RVs and let's go. When your team has not been that far, cost, travel, and time does not matter. No. Look at what some of you do for bands right now. The things you have done to go see a band. I've heard some horror stories on what you folks have done just to go see a musical act or a concert or a festival. No. But when it's that, if that's what you're into, I get it. I get it. The people that don't get it, it's hard for them to understand. But when they said Indiana was going in the Rose Bowl, it's going to be red and white out there. They're going to get it. They're going to get that thing. Boy, oh boy, 28 million down the drain. Now, this is going to be the fun part because we have a week. The portal lasts is what? 10 days? Whatever the time limit is on the portal. I want to see these deals. I want to see the deals. I want to know offhand, I think it's 5 quarterbacks that are in the portal. But there are a lot of defensive guys in the portal. There are a lot. I can never find that thing.
It's all good.
And I just want to see what's on the board when it gets to that point of the transfer portal. I hope they break it down like they do the NFL draft because I'm curious about a lot of kids that are transferring to not so of the high-profile school anymore, but putting these schools on the map for the roster and for the coaching staff that they have. I'm looking forward to that. It's a lot of coaches on the move. There's a lot of coaches in high school getting a shot at some college football action for sure. Well, Happy New Year, guys. If you're just tuning in, Happy New Year to you. Welcome to the show. CertaPro Painters presents Montez at midday. A few things. The New Year's celebration here in St. Louis was off the chain. They lit up the sky and the sound. The Diggs brothers, someone explain to me what's going on with them. Allegations of attacking your personal chef. Allegations of you missing the team playing on purpose to spend time with your family, but you allegedly went to a hip-hop concert at Howard Universities. Where are the priorities in this at? Where are the priorities in this? Where are the priorities in this? Where? Just, And here's a little thought for you to tickle your fancy or tickle your taint to start off the new year. Hear me out on this. Hear me out. 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 NBA wise. Let's say LeBron James goes to Adam Silver and say, hey, I'll play one more year. That way the NBA can give me all my flowers and gifts and boom. But the catch is, I want to get a team in Vegas. Vegas wants an NBA team. The NBA wants Vegas. LeBron James is a billionaire. Will that deal go through? If you're Adam Silver, you're going to allow – because the Dallas Mavericks want to go to Vegas, but I don't think the NBA is going to let them move. You got Seattle getting back into the NBA, and you got Vegas wanting NBA. Those two teams right there will solidify everything, in my opinion. But I think it'd be pretty interesting if LeBron James negotiates the exit strategy that way with a business plan in mind to be in business with the NBA as a team owner of a new franchise in Vegas. What you think about that? What you think about that? What you think about Troy Aikman? Troy Aikman said he's going to go help out the Miami Dolphins, get them a GM search. Why didn't he help out Dallas do that? Well, if you don't remember this, Jerry and Troy relationship kind of, after retirement, something weird happened. No one knows, but something weird happened with them after they both were done coaching football and playing football. But something weird happened with those two, and no one has really addressed the situation. But I think it may be a better situation for Troy to help out in Miami. So that'll be real, real interesting. Also, you folks getting worried on me again. This is the list, kids. This is the list right here. We're going down the list. And the list is brought to you by John Gibbs at Don Brown Chevrolet at 2244 South Kings Highway. New or pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. This is your guy. Go see my guy, the STL Truck Hillbilly at Don Brown Chevrolet. Look at my dude, John Gibbs at 2244 South Kings Highway. I hear this maybe 4 or 5 times of the year. You got No Shave November. You got the rituals people do on New Year's Day. They want to do a marathon. Or you have Dry January, where they're not going to consume any alcohol. What does that do for you? Is it something that you do for self-esteem? To go do a marathon, you haven't worked out all year, but you're going to go run a marathon on New Year's Day, or do the polar dive, jump in some cold-ass river or lake, join a gym, you're going to drop out in 10 days, start a new diet plan, oh, that's ruined tomorrow night. What's the most realistic thing you can do to give yourself that positive focus here in 2026? What can you do? I've dieted. I've done the gym thing when I played ball, so nope, not doing that. Dry November, that's stupid. Too much good football going on. But if it works for you, it works for you. The one thing I am going to try to work on this year, and I think we all should do it. We all should try this. turn off our phones 2 hours a day and sit 20 minutes in silence. That's 2 minutes and 20 minutes a day. Can you give up that time? Can you? 2 hours a day, just turn that phone off. Don't just leave it alone. Don't text, don't scroll, don't watch videos, don't do nothing with your phone for 2 hours a day and sit in silence for 20 minutes. Sit proper with your back straight. Let your feet hit the floor flat. Put your hands down by your side and just sit there. It is amazing. I also saw this, what folks are doing. Non-negotiable relationships. Meaning, you don't want to date nobody with kids under 5. You don't want to date nobody without a car. Nobody lives in an apartment. Somebody lives in the city. Somebody has a passport. What is non-negotiable to you moving forward? Because I see so many things on social media why people don't like what their partner do, but they still with him. They still together. I mean, they have some long list on it. Long list. What's non-negotiable for you? Like, nope, I'm not doing this. I'm out. I think that should be said in the initial meeting. You know, when you go to questions back and forth, what school you go to, what's your favorite color, what type of food you like, that boring shit. But you get to the point, look, I'm not taking this. We're going to go Dutch once a month. Leave me alone during football season. I will call you. Opening day baseball is a holiday. Fight me on it. Fight me on it. All right? It's a national holiday. But some things are non-negotiable, man. And I don't know how people meet and get all the way to February and that is an issue. If you're a sports fan and it's your off season of your sport, when you meet somebody, it's up to you to tell them that you like sports. Don't let that shit linger in and they start making plans. You like making dumbass excuses, and then she think you cheating on her, but you really just watching football. Get it off your chest. Say it early. It'll save you a whole lot of pain. You just, what is that? We don't argue no more. I can tell you today Friday. You can tell me it's Saturday. Hey, I'm gonna bleed because I don't want to argue no more. The day's over with. Nope. I don't even want to argue with the television anymore. I've made a promise to my TVs. I'm not going to yell at you anymore. So what you think about old boy from quarterback, old Trinidad Chambers? What you think about him? He made the list, the throws. But you go listen to the commentator about him. 2 weeks ago, they were saying he's a little slow. He's flat-footed. He only plays in the shotgun formation. His throws are not that good. He doesn't know how to read a defense. Who in the NFL can read a defense? It's about 5 quarterbacks in the NFL can read a defense. This dude 18, 19 years old. Let him learn. Let them develop him. So all that hell Lane Kiffin calls, he still gets $500,000 because Ole Miss won and going to the next bowl game. Whoever his agent is, call me. Get a brother up. Whoever his agent is, how you put that incentive in a contract? It was $250 apiece. $250 apiece. So the missed calls the officials had, we had to hold the face mask in the last 6 seconds of the Georgia game. It was childish. It's childish. It is childish. In Bama, they may need therapy, the coaches. To lose by 35? 35? There was no preparation. That's like when you went to school and you still had to bring your homework home, or your test, and show them to your parents. And it had them red marks on there, and it'd be a D or F, and your parent would hit you upside your head. So you didn't even study. They didn't understand the assignment. This team is preparing to whoop our ass if we don't go out here and take this game seriously. I want to be in that halftime locker room. What did coach say? Put me in the locker room. Show me that. Break that video to me. Show me that 5 different IU players scored a touchdown. Mendoza and Coach Sig are a special coach and quarterback together. It kind of reminds me of the days of, I don't know, Urban Meyer and Tim Tebow. Calm down, Dre. Let them have their fun. Let's finish the story on them. Don't involve them in our story. We got enough problems down there in Gatorland. But IU and those fans, it was a special occasion. Wow. A couple of things made the list before we get out of here and break it on down to some NFL talk for Saturday and Sunday. Kentucky beat LSU in women's college basketball. Lane Kiffin was at the game. What'd that get you? I don't like this one. Georgia Tech beat my Notre Dame Fighting Irish. I don't like that. This was an interesting one here. Illinois beat Maryland. Illinois women's basketball team beat Maryland. Did I miss the memo? And you think the transfer portal is bad in football? Have you seen what's happening in women's college basketball? Before I get to the NFL, what's going on with the WNBA is why can't they have their own league? Why can't they call the Women's Basketball League? They can go get their own stream. Everybody else doing it. People will pay. You got women and kids that like women's basketball. They're going to sell out. They don't have to do a big platform. Go to somebody and talk some sense. I don't know, Oprah. Go to somebody that owns the network and go map out the plan. I want Nafisa Collier talking, though. Nafisa, let her do the talk. And bring me like 5 other vets that retired and speak about what the WNBA has been through since it's been involved with the NBA. I don't like the fact that a man runs that league because he's not listening to those women at all. They said, we want revenue sharing. No, that's all right. What y'all need that for? we here, this is a little bit we're going to give y'all. Is that enough? No, it's not enough. That's all you're going to get. Why a league so angry with their players? We went through this with Major League Baseball in the 80s and the 90s. NFL in the 80s. Why do the sports leagues not like their players? If they like the players and the players like going to work, we'll get a better product and better output from these athletes, I think. But when you got management stuff going on, rumors, business stuff going on, what about the sport? All that noise, they forgot about the game itself. They brought that up in the movie The Bad News Bears when they went to the Astrodome. And they said, let the kids play because the adults were getting involved. That's the moment they're going to lose Little League sports. They should have kids broadcasting that game in Williamsport, no adults, have them ready for backup. Get them kids, let them kids call the game. There's too many adults involved in Little League baseball, in my opinion. In WNBA, you need to get your own thing. I got your back. First subscription on me. Well, the NFL will definitely cause some furniture moving this weekend. If your team out, you're not even in this conversation. If you're fighting for seeding, if you're fighting to get in the playoffs, that's what this weekend is for. I think the last 2 weeks in the NFL season are very, very hilarious because we get to see and hear players we haven't heard of all year because people get jumped up from the practice squad. It's a game day check their players. The new year start this thing off right. I see you, Ty. I see you. Keep it up. Keep your head up, boy. But this is when it really gets to beyond the passion. This is when it gets with the love of the game of football. And the football gods have done us a great favor, folks. We got football Saturday and Sunday. Oh, yeah. That's how it should be. That's how it should be. Carolina at Tampa Bay. Woo! I used to love going to this game when I lived down in the Cackalack because South Florida fans and North Carolina fans are the funniest fans ever to consume alcohol, and you sit back and people watch it. Lord have mercy. Baker, will he be able to do it? But Carolina's been playing some hot football the past few weeks. That defense is something special. That running game. Tampa was a little banged up, but I think they're getting healthier. But not at the key positions, probably. I got Tampa winning this one because the game is in Tampa. Give me a little home field advantage. Now, this is going to be a crazy one here. The nightcap on Saturday got Seattle at the 49ers. I don't know what it is. I still don't trust Sam Darnold. It's something about him. It's maybe because he blew that 14-2 situation last year. I can't get that out of my head. It's like he was not there locked in. It's like he forgot what he had did, put all that body of work in. And when it came time to perform, he couldn't do it. The 49ers, on the other hand, they got some weapons. And Brock Purdy is pretty damn good. And they got EMAC. Oh, man. I'm taking the 49ers, who probably would not have to leave home if they win this game throughout the entire playoffs and possibly play in the Super Bowl. No, that's the Rams. That's the Rams in that situation. And the 49ers, both of them. Yeah. Holy Toledo. Man, this is wild. Wild, insane. Yes, 49ers said Levi. On Sunday, you got the Colts and Texans. This would have been a fun game if the Colts would have kept winning. But it's not going to be fun now because they're going to sit some of their players, Houston is, with that defense. But that defense is fun to watch. They got to put this on Phillip Rivers again. They're going to put it. They want the old man to go out there, old man River, to pull out a miracle. You know what? I'm pulling for the old man. Give me the Colts to beat the Texans, son. Dallas at the Giants, the G-men. If injuries and narcissism had a name, it would be this matchup. Dallas at the Giants. If the injury bug hadn't hit them, man, because the team was getting that momentum going. They were trying to figure things out, figure each other out, getting a W here, figuring out how they lost games, how to hold on to a lead, how to use the clock a little better. They were figuring those things out. But then the injury bug happened and stupidity stepped in. Dallas. Some teams, I just want to go to the front office meet. Just let me sit there. What do y'all talk about? What's going on? Are we going down the list every day? We have a top 5. We're addressing the team needs and wants. What is our needs and analysis in these front office meetings with the owner, Jerry? I got to know this. Because ain't no way the things that happen with Dallas, I think it happened with Dallas. Well, give me Dallas to win. Cleveland at Cincinnati. Oh, boy, this is brutal football watching here. This is easy on the eyes here. You got to squint and watch this one. Cincinnati, they got an issue with Joe Burrow. Said he's not having fun no more. I want to take my ball and go home. Cleveland. In honor of my little homie, her birthday was last week. D from D&D Don't Get Butthurt. I'm going to pull with Cleveland. I'm rock with Cleveland. Rock with them. Next up, we got the Saints at Atlanta. Atlanta's a weird team. How they playing ball like that 4 weeks prior, they look like they were a Pop Warner team. I don't understand how teams have momentum like that. How you have it here, but 4 weeks ago, you guys look like you just learned how to throw the ball with the forward pass. Are they trying to get a coach fired? Who that? Let me get them Saints to beat Atlanta. Green Bay at Minnesota. Uh-oh. The Purple People Eaters of America. Injury bug hit them. I like watching Minnesota play. I like old young J.J. McCarthy. He's a good player to watch. Green Bay, I like the way Jordan Love throws the ball. He throws a good ball. The game's indoor. There's too much speed. Give me Green Bay. Give me Green Bay. Give me Green Bay. Too much speed. Too much speed. Tennessee at Jacksonville. Ooh. I don't think Tennessee want that smoke right now. Jacksonville is playing some really, really good football. Shaka Khan is very proud of them. They got a new facility coming too, man. It looks awesome. Awesome. Yeah, Tennessee got to go to the draft. They got to go to free agency. They got to go to the portal. Tennessee needs some help, man. I had Cam Ward winning Rookie of the Year. I had Baker Mayfield winning MVP. Things happen. Give me Jacksonville. Arizona at the Rams. Oh, boy. Oh, St. Louis versus St. Louis. Bring back memories, don't it, folks? Yeah, we had both of those teams at one time. Yeah. Arizona Cardinals used to be the big red machine here. St. Louis football Cardinals. The LA Rams used to be the St. Louis Rams. These two are going to play each other. Give me Matthew Stafford and the Rams. Because Arizona is one of them teams that made the list. They got bad front office etiquette. They got to fix that. That front office is a mess. The Chargers at my Denver Broncos. Yeah, baby. The game plan is the game plan. We know the Chargers going to come in this thing, and we know how we got to execute. We got to start the right way, Bo and Sean. We got to come out with the right game plan package, okay? Let's do that. Give me my Broncos. Kansas City at Vegas. Oh, this is painful for watch for both fans, isn't it? Both fans. This has to be painful for you to watch. Kansas City lost their football team and quarterback and tight end because he's pregnant with that girl's baby. In Vegas, nobody knows what's going on out there. Not one person knows what's going on in Vegas. And you got terrific Tom Brady on your board. Thomas Patrick Jefferson Brady is on that board, and that team is doing that. The coach has aged 15 years this season. What's going on in that locker room with the Vegas Raiders? Since they've been to Vegas, things just went haywire for them. They haven't been playing good since they've been to Vegas. We talked last week about teams wanting new stadiums just because you're winning. You're supposed to win. No sports team is out here just to lose. But you want a new building? And that thing looks like a spaceship. It probably is, all those weird people out there in Vegas. That's going to be a toss-up. I like Kansas City backup the way he played last week for his first time playing a football game in 5 years. He's been on a practice squad. Only had 9 starts at the time. So give me Kansas City. Next up, who's this playing the Patriots? Miami and the Patriots. Woo. Give Brian Flores a job. And maybe all that hell that Miami is going through with injuries and front office issues, that wouldn't be the problem. If you treat people right, good things happen to you. You treat people bad, nothing good's going to happen for you. Nothing. That's how Miami is. They treat people bad, real bad. Give me Patriots. Washington at Philly. Ooh. This would have been a good game if the injury bug wouldn't have hit Washington. Give me Philly. Detroit at Chicago. Bang, bang. Cheeky go. This has been another good one. But lack of effort and a crash and fall of Jared Goff put them in that situation. Give me Chicago. Jets, Jets at the Bills. Another team with front office problems. The Jets. You got the 9,000-year-old owner that think he know everything. I think the 2 owners in the NFL is old Woodrow and Jerry. Because I think the Giants owner passed away. I think the wife runs it now. And we know what happened in Detroit with that ownership group. But you can't tell the Jets owner nothing. He think he knows more football than anybody. Have you ever heard that man talk in an interview? You don't know what the hell Grandpa talking about. Give me the Bills in that one. Uh-oh. Baltimore at Pittsburgh. There's a lot of drama. There's a lot of drama going on in Baltimore. We discussed this in week 3. It was either week 3 or week 4. Lamar just didn't look right. And the old Spider Sister said, he's not healthy. Because something happened earlier that week in practice. But he didn't practice one day, but he still played in the game and they lost. They never publicly came out and said that he was injured. But all of a sudden, a week ago, he had a back injury. So he came out and said, I'm playing in a game Sunday. And also the allegations that he and Harbaugh are not getting along. He's falling asleep in meetings. He's not giving Harbaugh that eye contact that a coach likes to get from his star players, quarterback especially. But when you've been together that long and you haven't won anything, and every time you try to tweak something to fix it the right way, something else breaks. And you're like, damn. Every time the preseason talk about Baltimore is always the Super Bowl. Since Lamar has been in the league, it's always been the Super Bowl. Well, you got to get to that Super Bowl. That's the way to define your career. You got to get there and you got to win. With a defense like that, they don't hit nobody no more. Receivers can't hold on to the ball. You got to fix all of that. They took all the toys out of the damn locker room. No ping pong, no Madden, no stand-up video games. None of that. Just your locker room as it should be. All that other stuff should be where? In your man cave. That's a lot of work and questions to get out of Aaron Rodgers to go out here and win this game. He's 42. That's a lot. He can't run that way no more. But if you give him time in that pocket, watch out. Watch out. Give him time. Give him time. That's why I see this NFL Saturday and Sunday. Burn it out. So we're in a new year. Everybody's posting what they don't want to see in 2026 no more. What is something you don't want to see no more from 2025? But what is something out there? I just don't want to see it no more. I'm tired of girls with no ass wearing yoga pants, leggings that have no ass. Your back pockets are touching, look like a pair of long socks. We need to stop that. If they can eliminate that, look what we did to get rid of Ugg boots. I kind of want to put the bonnet on there. I'm tired of seeing a man wear a bonnet. Hey, stop it. Put a wave cap on. Put a stocking cap on. But a bonnet? Who started the bonnet? It was a shower cap. When did it become the bonnet? When? Flip-flops, wearing flip-flops with socks. Stop it. I don't see it no more. Fake reading in the park. Fake reading in the park. You know damn well you're not reading that book. I'm tired of that too. We got to stop that. Those are things I don't want to see no more in 2026. Things I would like to see in 2026. People being more real with themselves, not others. Being real with themselves. You can't lie to yourself. Be real with yourself. Focus on what you want, not other people. Focus on what you want. Focus on what you want. Also, what I want to see, more love. Greeting people, shake hands, hug a stranger, listen to people. Not everybody wants to holler at you or want your phone number. Some people just want to talk. You know, those good old days are gone. These TVs and these phones have taken away the conversation when you're out in public. Nobody's talking in public anymore. The only people that are talking in public are the people that are yelling at each other. We need to cut that out too. Especially yelling in a sports bar where grown people are trying to watch the sports. You can go outside to your car and argue. If you go outside and smoke a cigarette, you can go outside and argue. Why you must sit in here making all that noise about what we're trying to watch? What we're trying to watch. Oh, boy. The good old days. The days of yesteryear. Oh, they're coming back to us, Ma and Pa, like we could have. It's on recordable TV. It's online. But if you did not get a chance to see Ryan Seacrest's New Year's Eve bash, hey, you're missing something. I got a movie for you before I let you get out of here. I got a movie for you. Oh, Channing Tatum is growing on me. He is growing on me as an actor. The older he gets, he is growing on me. I just watched his latest movie, which is based on a true story, called Roofman. Well, guy, in desperate times of need, as everybody are, got to give my baby girl a bite so I can shut my wife up. So I'm going to go out here and rob a bunch of McDonald's and Burger Kings. That's what he did. Escaped from prison, was on the run, living in a Toys R Us. And the way he was getting into these places was through the roof, hence the title, Roofman. It's a good movie. There's no really, really strong cussing. There's one sex scene, but they're under the covers. So you're fine. Your kid is fine. You can tell them to earmuff it. But it's a pretty good movie, and it's one of those movies you're going to find yourself cheering for the criminal, hoping that it has a happy ending for the criminal, not the happy ending from a massage parlor. Get out of your mind, dirty people. Get out of there. Get out of there, dirty people. Focus. But it's a pretty damn good movie. It really is. I really, really enjoyed it. It's and the fact, at the end of the movies on true stories, they interview the people that were really a part of this. I mean, this Joker, wife left him, took the kids, of course, because he went to jail or prison. He meets another lady because he's hearing her story as he's inside of the Toys R Us. So he kind of has a little affection for her. And just give it a watch if you get a chance. It's called Roofman with Channing Tatum. Or Tatum Chan. It's a very interesting movie. And one more thing. If you've ever listened to the Tom Joyner Morning Show, the Ricky Smiley Show, they got nephew Tommy, and he pranks call people sometimes. And I can't believe this story. So he calls this guy. He answers the phone. Yeah. He said, I heard your house got broken into the other day. He's like, yeah, man, yeah. Say, who this? Well, I live in the neighborhood. Who told you? Well, you know how the neighborhood talk. He said, yeah. He said, man, yeah, you can't have nothing no more. People always want to take what you got. My wife and kid, they fine, everybody fine, you know. He said, but the reason I'm calling you is I don't know how to tell you this, but I was with those guys that broke in your house. I said, what? You were with them, but hold on, ain't what you think. I was trying to talk about it. Well, you didn't do a good job. He said, hold on now, hold on. Again, the reason I'm calling you, I dropped my pills when I was there. Can you get another prescription? He said, I wish you would come to my house and get these pills. Oh my God. That is probably one of the funniest ones I heard, other than the one about the church pews. When nephew Tommy said that the check bounced for the new church pews they got, he talked to the pastors, I'm going to have to come back and get those. Pastor, I wish you would come here. He said, I thought you were a man of God. I am, but you come here and get these church pews, I ain't going to be a man of nothing. All right, all you superstitious people out there tomorrow, you got to eat some black-eyed peas and cornbread. You have a good year. How did it go for y'all last year? The year before that? The year before that? And the year before that? What have you done every year for New Year's Eve? Or are you like the favorite people out here I love? It's just another day to me. It ain't special to me. Okay. 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 But do something nice for yourself, folks. Enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy your weekend. Enjoy your family because it's back to normal on Monday. Them people going to be about your house. It's their last weekend in the house, so cook that good food, Erling. Cook that good food. What else we got to remind people? Pick up your dog poop. Pick up your dog poop. All right, StreamYard, YouTube, and Facebook, and Twitter, and Instagram. We're going to get out of here, and we will holler at you later, folks. Until next time, we will see you Monday on CertaPro Painters. Oklahoma City presents Montez at midday. Peace out, good folk. Bye, dude.